Future Texas Destruction of 2022 event by Colton Dennis. The crowd is cheering. Hello everyone, and welcome to another night for wrestling. We and #039 here at another Hatred Slam pay-per-view. And man, I can and #039 wait for tonight, said announcer number 1. Neither can I, because tonight, Hatred Slam will reclaim their Transcontinental Championship. And right before that, I hope Blueprint gets his ass handed to him tonight, said announcer number 2. Well, I say we head to the ring and start our match. What do you say? Asked announcer number 1. Let an #039 get it on, baby, said announcer number 2. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for one fall, is a triple threat no-holds-barred match, and is for the Transcontinental Championship. Introducing the challengers, first representing Hatred Slam, Macho Monster. Next representing Blood Rumble, Perfection. And their opponent, he is the Transcontinental Champion. Representing the Wild Bowl, Blueprint, said announcer number 3. Blueprint hands the title to referee number 1. Referee number 1 raises the title, walks towards the ropes, then hands it to number 1. Bell dings. Blueprint rolls outside of the ring, then stands next to the barricade. Well, Blueprint knows what his plan is. But if he loses the title, it and #039 his own downfall, said announcer number 1. Both Macho Monster and Perfection are staring at each other, then goes to lock up. Perfection goes underneath Macho Monster and #039's left arm, then walks towards the corner. Macho Monster looks at Perfection, then goes to lock up with him again. Perfection goes underneath Macho Monster and #039's left arm again, then wraps his arms around his waist. I Don and #039 think Perfection thought that through, said announcer number 2. Macho Monster turns around, then rams Perfection into the corner. Perfection groans, then lets go of Macho Monster and #039's waist. Macho Monster turns around, pushes Perfection and #039's head back, then slaps his chest. Perfection groans, then falls onto his knees. Blueprint groans. That hurts so badly. Even Blueprint felt it, said announcer number 1. Macho Monster picks Perfection up, stands him into the corner, pushes his head back, points to Blueprint, then slaps his chest again. Perfection groans, then falls onto his knees again. Yeah, that one and #039 happened to me. I and #039 out here, said Blueprint. Macho Monster picks Perfection up, wraps his arms around him, then throws him across, then ring. Perfection lands onto the mat across the ring, then he groans. What a throw by Macho Monster, said announcer number 2. And Perfection is a grown man, said announcer number 1. Perfection stands up in the opposite corner. Macho Monster approaches Perfection. Perfection kicks Macho Monster and #039's stomach. Macho Monster groans. Perfection continuously punching Macho Monster. Macho Monster is staggering backwards. Yeah, come on, Perfection. You can do this, said Blueprint. Blueprint and #039's cheering for Perfection, said announcer number 2. So he could do all the work, said announcer number 1. Perfection punches Macho Monster, runs, then bounces off of the ropes. Macho Monster lifts Perfection over his head, then drops him onto the mat. Perfection groans. What height that was, said announcer number 2. That was definitely a far drop for Perfection. For anyone actually, said announcer number 1. Come on, Perfection, said Blueprint, clapping. Macho Monster approaches the ropes. Blueprint runs towards other side of the ring. What a coward, said announcer number 2. Would you step in the ring with Macho Monster? Asked announcer number 1. Good point, said announcer number 2. Perfection slowly stands up. Macho Monster lifts Perfection, then slams him onto the mat. Perfection groans. Macho Monster bounces off of the ropes on the side of the ring. Then goes for an elbow drop onto Perfection. Perfection quickly moves. Macho Monster lands onto the mat, then he groans. Oh, first mistake by Macho Monster, said announce number 1. Blueprint quickly slides into the ring, stands up, then starts kicking Macho Monster. Macho Monster continuously groaning. Then slowly gets onto his knees. Blueprint continuously hitting Macho Monster and #039's back. Macho Monster continuously groaning, then pushes Blueprint. Blueprint goes through the middle rope, then lands onto the floor. What strength by Macho Monster. He just pushed Blueprint to the outside of the ring with one hand, said announcer number 2. He and #039's definitely inhuman, said announcer number 1. Blueprint stands up outside of the ring, then grabs the middle rope. Macho Monster looks at Blueprint, then stands up. Blueprint lets go of the middle rope, then walks backwards. All right, I and #039. Sorry, said Blueprint. Now he and #039's acting like a hero, said Blueprint. Macho Monster turns around, then looks at Perfection. Perfection is standing up next to ropes on the opposite side of the ring. Macho Monster runs at Perfection. Perfection pulls down the top rope. Macho Monster goes over the top rope, then lands onto the floor. There goes Macho Monster, said announcer number 2. Perfection is leaning against the ropes. Blueprint quickly slides into the ring, runs, then rolls Perfection up. 1, 2. Perfection kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Blueprint almost had it there, said announcer number 1. Both Blueprint and Perfection stand up. Blueprint kicks Perfection and #039's stomach, then sets him up for a suplex. Blueprint and #039's looking for his finisher, said announcer number 2. Blueprint tries lifting Perfection. Perfection blocks the suplex, then rolls Blueprint up. 1, 2. Blueprint kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Perfection almost had it there, said announcer number 1. Both Blueprint and Perfection stand up. Perfection goes to clothesline Blueprint. Blueprint ducks, then bounces off of the ropes. Perfection turns around. Blueprint shoulder blocks Perfection and #039's left leg. Perfection flips onto the mat. He groans, then holds his left leg. What a smart move by Blueprint, said announcer number 2. Blueprint looks at Perfection, then smiles. Look at the smirk on Blueprint and #039's face, said announce number 1. Blueprint stands up, grabs Perfection and #039's left leg, then continuously kicks it. Perfection continuously groaning. Blueprint and #039's working on the left leg of Perfection, said announce number 2. Blueprint drags Perfection into the middle of the ring, wraps his arm around his left leg, turns him onto his stomach, then locks in a half crab. Perfection is groaning, then tries reaching for the bottom rope. It doesn't and #039 matter if Perfection grabs the rope. It and #039's a no holds barred match, said announcer number 1. Blueprint tightens the submission. Perfection is screaming, then tries reaching for the bottom rope again. Perfection looks like he and hash 039's in a lot of pain, said announcer number 2. He probably is. Oh. Look who and hash 039's up, said announcer number 1. Macho Monster slides into the ring then stands up. Blueprint has his eyes closed, opens them then sees Macho Monster. Macho Monster grabs Blueprint by his throat. Blueprint gasps then breaks the submission. Macho Monster is smiling then throws Blueprint into the ropes. Blueprint bounces off of the ropes. Macho Monster clotheslines Blueprint. Blueprint falls onto the mat, then he groans. Blueprint is about to get what he deserves, said announcer number 2. Blueprint stands up in the corner. Macho Monster approaches Blueprint, pushes his head back then slaps his chest. Blueprint groans, then falls onto the mat. What a slap by Macho Monster, said announcer number 1. And quat, one more time, and quat, one more time, and quat, yelled the crowd. Macho Monster picks Blueprint up, stands him in the corner, pushes his head back then slaps his chest. Blueprint groans, then falls onto the mat. Macho Monster picks Blueprint up then bounces him off of the ropes. Blueprint holds onto the ropes on the opposite side of the ring then rolls underneath the bottom of them. Blueprint must need a breather, said announcer number 2. Well, he shouldn't and hash 039's wait that long. Because, look who and hash 039's coming, said announcer number 1. Blueprint turns around. Macho Monster clotheslines Blueprint onto the floor. Blueprint groans. What a clothesline, said announcer number 2. Macho Monster grabs Blueprint, picks him up, looks at the barricade, runs then throws him over it. Blueprint lands into the audience. Well, that gets rid of Blueprint, said announcer number 1. Macho Monster is walking towards the ring then goes to grab the top rope. Perfection dropkicks Macho Monster. Macho Monster staggers backwards into the announce table. Oh. Perfection just dropkicked Macho Monster into our announce table, said announce number 2. And Perfection? Ain't and hash 039's done yet, said announcer number 1. Perfection appears climbing up the turnbuckle then looks down at Macho Monster. Macho Monster stands up then looks up at Perfection. Perfection jumps off the top turnbuckle then lands onto Macho Monster. Both Macho Monster and Perfection land onto the floor. Macho Monster is down, said announcer number 2. But, you could only pin inside of the ring. How does Perfection get Macho Monster back inside it, said announcer number 1. Perfection stands up, grabs Macho Monster and hash 039's head then tries picking him up. No way, Perfection, said announcer number 2. Perfection continues lifting Macho Monster and hash 039's head. Macho Monster is slowly moving. Macho Monster and hash 039's moving, said announcer number 1. Perfection tries lifting Macho Monster into the ring. Macho Monster pushes Perfection. Perfection and hash 039's back goes into the ring post then he groans. Oh, man. That looked nasty, said announcer number 2. Macho Monster stands up, shakes his head then grabs Perfection and hash 039's head. Perfection is groaning. Macho Monster bounces Perfection and hash 039's head off the announce table. Perfection groans. Perfection and hash 039's head gets bounced off our table, said announcer number 1. Macho Monster picks Perfection up, lifts him over his head then throws him into the ring. Perfection lands onto the mat, then he rolls. Macho Monster climbs onto the ledge of the ring. goes over the top rope, then approaches Perfection. Perfection punches Macho Monster and Hash 039's stomach. Macho Monster is groaning. Perfection stands up, runs, then bounces off of the ropes. Macho Monster boots Perfection. Perfection is laying in the middle of the ring. "What a boot that was," said announcer number 2. "And I believe Perfection is out cold," said announcer number 1. Macho Monster stands up, grabs Perfection and Hash 039's head, picks him up, lifts him onto his shoulders, then does a running Samoan drop onto him. Perfection groans. Macho Monster and Hash 039's finisher connects. "This is how he became the Galaxy Champion," said announcer number 2. Macho Monster covers Perfection. 1, 2. Blueprint lands onto Macho Monster. 2, said referee number 1. Blueprint somehow was able to climb over the barricade and stop the pinfall. "But I Don and Hash 039 think that was a smart move," said announcer number 2. Blueprint continuously hits Macho Monster and Hash 039's back. Macho Monster continuously groaning. Blueprint punches Macho Monster. Macho Monster groans, then pushes Blueprint. Blueprint bounces off of the ropes. Macho Monster goes to clothesline Blueprint. Blueprint ducks, runs, then bounces off of the ropes on the opposite side of the ring. Macho Monster turns around. Blueprint dropkicks Macho Monster and Hash 039's right leg. Macho Monster falls onto his right knee. Blueprint stands up, punches Macho Monster few times, runs, then bounces off of the ropes again. Macho Monster grabs Blueprint by his throat, lifts him up, then chokeslams him. Blueprint groans, then rolls outside of the ring. "What a chokeslam by Macho Monster," said announcer number 1. Macho Monster stands up, then goes over the top rope. Macho Monster and Hash 039 done with Blueprint, said announce number 2. Blueprint sees Macho Monster approaching, then crawls backwards. Wait. Don and Hash 039 do this. You Don and Hash 039 have to do this. I and Hash 039 Sorry for what I did, said Blueprint. Blueprint and Hash 039 begging for his life, said announce number 2. I think anyone would, especially after what Blueprint did, said announce number 1. Blueprint stands up, then runs. Macho Monster chases Blueprint around the ring. Blueprint better run faster, said announcer number 2. Blueprint runs up the ramp. Macho Monster pushes Blueprint. Blueprint falls onto the ramp. He rolls onto his back, then crawls backwards again. Please, Don and Hash 039 hurt me, said Blueprint. Macho Monster grabs Blueprint by his throat, then picks him up. This and Hash 039 get rid of you, said Macho Monster standing next to ledge of the ramp. Oh no, Macho Monster and Hash 039 gonna throw Blueprint off the ramp, said announcer number 1. Kong rams Macho Monster. Macho Monster lets go of Blueprint, then rolls down the ramp. What the hell is Kong doing out here? Asked announcer number 2. Macho Monster stands up. Kong punches Macho Monster. Both Kong and Macho Monster are walking around the ring. I think they and Hash 039 coming this way, said announcer number 1. Kong head butts Macho Monster. Macho Monster groans, then leans against the announce table. You were right, said announcer number 2. Kong clears the announce table, grabs Macho Monster, then lifts him into his arms. Oh my god, how many people could lift Macho Monster? Asked announcer number 1. I thought one could, but look at Kong, said announcer number 2. Kong does a falling slam onto Macho Monster through the announce table. Macho Monster goes limp. Kong is kneeling next to Macho Monster. You and #039, re not a monster. You and #039, re. Nothing. Nothing. Do you hear me? Asked Kong, standing up then walking away from Macho Monster. Man, that was devastated to watch, said announcer number 1. Yeah, Kong just took out Macho Monster lift. He was nothing, said announcer number 2. But the question is why? They never encountered each other before. Not that I remember, said announcer number 1. Kong walks up the ramp then past Blueprint. Blueprint watches Kong walking up the ramp. Perfection slowly stands up inside of the ring. Perfection is back up, said announcer number 2. Blueprint slides into the ring, stands up then runs at Perfection. The title hits Perfection and #039's head. Perfection is laying motionless in the middle of the ring. Blueprint just used the title, said announcer number 1. Blueprint covers Perfection. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell, said referee number 1. Bell dings. Here and #039's your winner and still the Transcontinental Champion, Blueprint, said announce number 3. Blueprint retains the Transcontinental Championship, said announcer number 2. I and #039 am shocked. I didn't and #039 even see him grab it. He must have. Did it when he was being chased by Macho Monster, said announce number 1. I didn't and #039 even see it either. I was too distracted by Macho Monster chasing him. Then Kong attacking Macho Monster, said announcer number 2. Well, I and #039 still love an explanation. But I don't and #039 think I and #039 get one, said announcer number 1. Not from Kong, said announcer number 2. Well, folks, we want to thank you for watching. Be safe out there and good night, said announcer number 1. Bye bye, said announcer number 2 waving. Blueprint is standing over Perfection then raising the title. The crowd is booing. The end.